No, because it's not that it rubs. The thing of it is we haven't set the spacer on the trans yet. The trans is still missing the spacer on it. So the as you can tell, the drive shaft is hitting the top of the push bar.
On the left side.
Yeah, that's why I had the trans jack on here.
Okay.
So I had it because we still gotta get a spacer at the bottom here.
Okay.
So we gotta set him in. We gotta.
And then you know what else too is
with it up. When we put this on together, this was already suspended up. We had this all set up to a 0 angle for the hangers. We're gonna go through the pipes right here. So we're not using that X pipe that you got.
No?
No.
Okay.
Even though, did you see it?
I did not.
It's doing it sitting here.
Yeah.
So once we get them up, if I get them up to the height, this has to get bucked down. But I was gonna ask you, so do we go spacer here or spacer at the bottom?
I would say at the top, right?
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're above the. I guess it wouldn't really matter at that point, to be honest with you. How much screw post you got coming down? You still have enough to bolt it, right? If you put like a ½ inch in there.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, how much room you got?
I got about an inch right now.
I would say wherever you got more room to accommodate a spacer is where I would put it. You know, logic dictates that in my book. You know.
Okay.
So I would look at that.
Now the other thing, I think I may have this the wrong way. Lines are coming down over there. I wanted those to come down to give me an idea where I'm going to run it. I don't want them slag, like hanging around and stuff. Want to, get them nice and close as best I can. The other thing is that since the fuel rail is on the driver's side, over here on this side, I figure I bring the fuel line close to this side of the driver's side. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So the fuel filter is, I think on top.
Just went in there like that, like pressure fit, no?
No, it has a clamp that goes around it, like one of those regular adjusting clamps.
Sure, okay. Oh.
Oh, you like that? Okay, so our beginning videos when we started this guy 5 years ago, 6 years ago, they were like blue. We were depressed. And we had the depression stage, just blue. Like nothing was there, no information was there. Coyote was the new thing. And Filet just threw me a curve. He says like, oh, we're only gonna paint this car and we're only gonna, do the engine again. I hadn't even put out the engine yet. The body was being inspected and we had the stock 302 and I'm thinking, I'm making my list. I'm like, all right, we're gonna need the cam, we're gonna need this, we're gonna do it nice, we're gonna get headers. And like, I think it was less than 24 hours. He's just like, hey bro, scrap that whole idea. I bought a Coyote. I was like, what? And we've been at it since. And dude, just going through this, like the 6 years of just going through it has been one hell of a learning experience. Because we didn't have any kind of information at all. So now that we're at the stage where we're at, so right now what we're doing, we just got our condenser in. Looks nice. We got our battery in, and what we're doing a drive fit. Like, so we want to make sure that all our lines are gonna have enough room for them to play. So what I'm gonna do right now, we're gonna install the AC compressor. We got our Frankenstein accumulator sitting in the back over there, all ginger-like. We'll probably fasten it down. We're gonna get our liquid line in here just to mock everything up. And yeah, man, we don't need to point that out.
No, that's custom.
Oh, it is custom. That's right. Some of the best car builders do it too. You just don't see it. So let's get the compressor in here, man. Oh, no, you're right. Those are proposed. 99 compressor, and I think this manifold belongs to a 2000 Concorde.
No, it's 2000 Mustang. Yeah,
is it 2000 Mustang? Yeah. I think, yeah, okay. So this is the combination right here. So in LMR, you can go through the video, you can see, yes, you can bolt this compressor straight onto the block. The problem being that when you do, and I'll show you right now, we're gonna get on the floor, we're gonna get some light down there and show you real quick, instead of talking about it. Let's do that. This is our standard bolt-up process. Now, we're gonna move these guys out the way. We have our manifold in place. Go a little bit right there. So one of the things that I'm seeing right now, we're gonna hit this guy right here. Not a big issue. When you bolt this guy up, like it would right here, it doesn't line up. The problem being that this compressor is just a little shorter, so your pulley will end up not lining up with your block. That's why when we were online, one of the problems being that you probably would know, we picked up our power by the hour bracket here. And what does this do? This basically will extend. It's gonna space it out to the front. Obviously it's gonna kick it out a little bit more, but it's gonna bring it to the front so the pulley will be right here. So we're gonna go ahead and install this bad boy so we don't have to worry about that. And then we're gonna worry about the clearance right here for the sway bar. I know everybody asks, like, what did you guys do to the sway bar? Did you guys eliminate it? No, we did not. We're keeping our sway bar. If what best that we could do is probably just cut it down a little bit. You know, we may lose some surface space right here, but that's not a big deal. We also have our sway bar extensions that we'll be using with our new sway bars that we got. No, the short bolts, bro. The long ones go to the compressor. Let me go on here. And he'll go right there. And one more bolt, right? Oh yeah, it's all made. It's awesome.
You need an extension or anything?
No, but I'm gonna need something a little bigger than this. Let me get a 1/2 inch real quick, man.
Or a quarter drive or
3/8.
what did I see? One here.
See how it now lines up.
There you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
So the space will make it to line up.
I think a 98, right? Size 8 coming in here, and we got a size 10 coming to the top.
Yeah.
So a 98 coming, so we're gonna go down and over with our fill port, and then our 45 female here. So she'll come around, it'll come around this side and here. So what we're gonna do, if you get a good shot from here up, our battery tray is right here in the way. We're gonna notch out this whole piece right here, just circular wise, and then so that way our barb for our number 10 low side hose to our accumulator is gonna sit in here just nice. So at least we got that out the way. We're gonna leave the compressor up there. And that's what the power by the hour does for you. It brings your compressor in line with your crank. And for us, we have our power steering pump sitting right on top of it. It all lines up pretty nice. Perfect. It'll connect here, and then we'll go up and over. We'll crimp on this guy. As you can see, we got our condenser, our Frankenstein, accumulator is in here. And we can actually probably adjust the liquid line. Right now, where's that liquid line? It's over there. So this side. Man, this guy's Pretty tight.
Sir.
Pretty tight.
And right where it's setting, it's on the side, and that's kind of how much in it would be pushed in over here.
Okay.
So.
Yep. Kind of tight there. That's weird. You could probably. Doesn't. I think that's how it does go like this. Like this?
Yeah, it's just that pushes it. Don't do it now though.
Like that, right?
Yeah, it just pushes in, but you gotta put a little oil on there.
Yeah.
PEX oil on those. Yeah, you would just go in like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I could probably.
Seat flush there.
Yeah. This is not a. This would be pretty easy with our crimper, with our machine that we come out. Boom.
I
right there.
wonder.
This one we're gonna have to reshape a little bit, give it a little bit of magic, and then this one, like I said, it's down here, so we can go this way. We can go with a 45 down with our high side fill, and then in our connector right here, bam, because it's a 90, so we'll loop down just a little bit more, make sure that it doesn't bother the sway bar.
I had another thought here, so let me lay it on you, brother. What if we took that 2 inches out of this piece here?
The top.
Yeah. No, I'll show you. Let me get this up.
Yeah, right here. This guy right here.
Yeah. Because
So we would bring him in closer, and then this guy will shorten up in the angle up, because then we'll get that bottom piece off the manifold. Is that why you're doing it?
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
But now I'm thinking I wanted to like hold it up. Let's see. So if we were to take out 2 inches, this would be up here then.
You just remove that cap, so we just let it sit in there. We won't push him all the way
Get
in.
this out of the
Yeah,
way.
get him out the way.
I did too.
We don't need him right now. We'll eventually fit him in there. When he'll probably be the last to come in, because he seems to be the easiest to connect. So that's good right there. All right, you can move that cap right there. Alrighty, and then all right, see, just to give us a better idea. Bam. Okay. Now I agree with you 100%, because then that'll get this guy. We're touching the manifold right there.
Up 2 inches, you'll be like what up here?
Up there, and then this guy will
This'll
just
be
come
up here.
down.
Yeah. That's about 2 inches there.
So it might just give me enough to come down this way and over. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So, you know, we don't want to touch that too much because the battery sits right here. It might be hitting it. That's one thing.
Let's find out.
Or I can remove it. And we were doing the video for it a couple days ago, and our camera took a dump, and we had to go ahead and get a new camera. So we did that. And what I'm going to do right now is just kind of walk you through what we did as far as the mock-up. Off by adding our condenser, which is right here. We got that guy all installed in already. He's already set up. And we also brought in our accumulator, which is our Frankenstein accumulator over here. And we have him already set up, and just gonna bolt them up real quick, just to kind of give us an idea of what we're doing. We ran and we set place our liquid line right here, so we already know kind of what we're gonna need to do. As you can tell, he's really tight in here, but we're gonna do some little trickery, because we're gonna have to bring it up a little bit higher right off of here. You see it's touching our long tube header here. We don't want that. Definitely do not want any of that. And what we're gonna do, also what we did, we transferred our battery tray over to the driver's side, the passenger side from the driver's side. And we had to do some quick adjustments, which we'll be cleaning these guys up, just at the same time to bring in the liquid line to our condenser. Now we already got this sitted here, but we have to do a little bit more modification to this. Just a couple little bendology that we'll do, just a little bit of twisting and bending on both these lines to just get more of a comfortable fit. We also got our compressor in place right down here, along with the manifold setup. So we have one, which is our low side coming in through here, and then our high side will be right underneath all this down here. We put in with our power by the hour bracket, so we get it to sit down nice and perfect. Now we can slap on our belt and get it ready for drive. And along with that, we added our little catch can here for the oil, for our intake oil, so we don't get any in the intake. So it's a JLT. I think this was 129, right around there. And then at the same time, we also brought in our Mishimoto radiator with our fan setup. Now again, these are just mocked up here. We still have to buck them down to the bottom. get 2 screws down there, and this is pretty much done. The next thing you'll be seeing us do is set up the wiring to the control for our power box for our maximum for our performance power control box. So we have our wiring already preset down here to our ECM. We also got our Mishimoto catch can, and we were just going ahead and farting around with ideas of where we're going to put it, and I think he's going to get married right there. It'll be nice and clean, give it a nice little look. We also brought out our intake. We're not going to go with the Coyote stock intake. We're going to do our intake that we picked up. We got this from a gentleman.
Roush.
We got this. This is the Roush setup. We got this from a gentleman for for free. He was really moved by the channel, and he really liked what we're doing, and he donated it to us. So awesome! Thank you very much for that. So we got that put on there, and right now what we're gonna do, what we started to do, was just kind of set everything in place for our mock-up to our AC lines. As you guys can tell, we still have to make the one that goes our high side right here to our accumulator. We have to notch the inside of here because it's touching the accumulator hose, so we're gonna give it a little bit of notching right there, which is our die grinder. Just a little bit of circular, little half moon there, just so it sits there snugly and it doesn't touch the piping, because it might just rub through and then you'll have AC fluid all over the place. So what we did, we set this up so we can get our proper measurements to do our AC lines. Now, once we do that, we're gonna go ahead and run the one from our accumulator right over to our low side on the manifold to the compressor. Once we do all that, that's gonna be the video you guys wanna watch. All those parts we bought. We made a video earlier on that, like all the listings that we did as far as like all the parts you need to make this happen. We are just mocking this up so we get a better feel, and we don't want to make too many mistakes. The stuff, although is not totally expensive, it is a time-consuming event. You want to waste time by looking for certain connectors and flared connectors and spring-loaded connectors for your AC system. Is it a 8 size or a 6 or a 10 or a 12? We already did that for you. Go ahead and watch that video. Most importantly, just wanted to catch you up and show you guys the mock-up we did here for the AC lines that we're gonna do. So stay tuned for that video coming up. We're gonna make those lines for you guys to see how easy it is. Hey man, I want to thank everybody on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, man. You know, guys, if you guys are out there looking for a cheap Fox body or an expensive one, go to our Facebook page on MCSC Green Wheels. We post Fox bodies almost every day. Mind you, they are not our cars. We just help people move them for people that want them. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Keep the community clean. Let's see you out on the build floor soon.